that we would also like to discuss with you very, very vividly the aspect of management of garbage in the city. We also agreed that we will have a conversation with you about the issue of clutter and unnecessary parking and disorganization and vending along the streets of the city. As soon as the minister is of good health, we will let you know so that we can sit together and find a way to get a lasting solution to some of these challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a day when we commemorate the victory anniversary of the NRM, when Uganda was liberated way back in 1986. And I must tell you that the NRM has been steadfast in ensuring that we realize the aspirations of democracy, patriotism, democracy, and socio-economic transformation, not only of Uganda, but Africa as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, over the years, I would like to give you a synopsis. Sometimes you are confronted as the NRM with questions and you find the very basic of things are those that we cannot explain. On the sector of energy, electricity distribution, by the time the NRM came to power in 1986, you only found electricity in town councils, municipalities, and cities. But under the Rural Electrification Agency activities, we have been able to increase the electricity coverage from 37% to 63% of our country today. Another person will think that 63 is a small figure, but look at the difference from 37 to 63, it tells you a lot. Mr. Chairman of the party, by 2017, the generation and the total installed electricity capacity of Uganda stood at 937.9 megawatts. As we speak today, our installed capacity of electricity generation is 1,346.6 megawatts. Remember that the energy consumption projected in Uganda as of today is simply 1,100 megawatts of electricity, meaning that under the NRM, we have more power than we can be able to consume. Our challenge now as a government is to see to it that we increase demand of electricity so that all this installed capacity can be consumed by our people. How do we do this? We are going to work hard and ensure that some of the areas where we have not yet connected electricity power must receive electricity. And as your member of parliament, the peri-urban areas, the likes of Opuyo, the likes of Otatai, the likes of Achetigwen, the likes of Madera and Aloet shall be our focus to lobby and see that we electrify these areas. When we were having a campaign here, we had a debate on TV, and one of the candidates was talking about the road coverage. I would like to inform you that under beautification or bituminization of the roads, the NRM government has so far been able to provide a coverage of 8,588 of paved roads or tarmac roads throughout the country. This means that we have been able to cover an average of 252 kilometers per year. Ladies and gentlemen, when people speak, let them not deceive you, because the government has already entered into agreement and contract to have the road from Kumi, Ngora, Serere to Soroti tarmacked as one of those that are in the medium-term plan of the country. The government also intends to have the road that goes through Obalanga into the areas of Alepto and cross straight into South Sudan, tarmac, so that we can have direct access for our produce. Ladies and gentlemen, the idea of the NRM government is that 80% of the 21,000 kilometers of road network in Uganda should be tarmacked by 2040. But as I can tell you, through our program and our commitment to steady progress, this is something we will achieve. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to make a comment on education. At the time when the NRM came to power, some people may say that the population was small at that time. Yes, indeed it was. But the percentage of the population at that time that would be enrolled for primary education only stood at 54%. I must tell you today that of all the school-going children in the country, 91% of them enroll for primary education. And out of this, at least 51% of them complete their primary living examinations. And I would like to underscore to you, the NRM members in Soroti here, that what should make us more proud is that in the secondary education element, at least 73% of the people should provide them with a health center 3. Indeed, the people of Otatai gave us 99% of the vote. We had a meeting with the Minister of Health 2 weeks ago under the budget framework discussions with the committee of the budget, and the minister said she is thinking about the people of Otatai's promise every morning, afternoon and day, and she must deliver a health center in Otatai. As your member of parliament, we will work with my friends to see to it that we complete the project in Morapesur, that we shall complete the project we started in Kichinjaji, and that by the grace of God, that we shall start the project of Aloet as we had promised them. Ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the many things that you could talk about as the achievement of the NRM. Our government is working hard to transform agricultural production through modernization of agriculture. And today you witnessed a small bit of the start of what we want to do. We lobbied and were given 8 handheld tractors that we have initially given to the peri-urban or semi-rural wards of the city. We will also continue to advocate for other agribusiness related projects for the people at the city center who don't have to till in the gardens. And I hope that as the time when the Ministry of Agriculture stabilizes, we should be able to procure some of the basics like the chicks that we initially gave the groups. We need to bring some more chicks so as to support your groups, so that at the end of the day, you can be able to mobilize and raise some income for yourselves. I want to urge the groups that have received these handheld tractors that please do not restrict the machine to only the members of the group. Owinyere weki oriberenu tractor ngi kede jodede. I don't want to sit here alone. I want to see that we sit with the city mayor, with the division mayor, and with the councillors in such a celebration. The only thing I want to challenge you as the members of the NRM is, 1, be a member of parliament in truth and in deed. Oraunu itunganani janakini NRM otoma beitonut kedotoma itodolikina. Don't sit here because today it is the NRM victory celebrations. And once we leave here, you are the first person who undermines candidates of the party. You understand? I know you might have your problems with Ariko the individual. But Ariko the individual is a representative of the presence of the NRM in a political space called Soroti City East. For the sake of the party, you must support the person who is currently in the seat. Until at such a time, when we get an alternative, then you say, let us replace Ariko and bring another NRM person. Otherwise, you will be dishonest to the NRM to call yourself a committed cadre who is promoting another organization. Are we together? Yes. When your party loses a seat in Soroti, and loses another seat in Mbale, and loses another seat in Tororo, and loses another seat in another place, by the time you know it, you cannot form a majority in parliament. Even if you are saying Muzei Abeo, if you don't give Muzei the members of parliament that will pass his policies, you are simply wasting time. Yes. So I urge us to be honest with ourselves. These celebrations will become meaningful then. They will then have bases under which we meet together. Are we together? There is no point of view as a member of the party saying you want the party to win a seat in parliament in Soroti West, but you don't want the party to win the seat in New East. You don't want the party to win this division. You want it to win another councillor position. Support the party wholesomely. Number two, for a long time, after the Honorable Captain George Michael Mukula, my beloved friend, retired, the NRM was more or less orphaned around this area. If we prove to ourselves that we want to work as a team, I will commit myself to work with you to ensure that there is a new father for the NRM in this area. I know during the campaign, wherever we went, and some of you even told the president, you see, Mr. President, you are helping and you are working with other districts in Teso. What about Soroti? The president challenged you, and you remember what he told you in Morapesu. It is up to us to give the president confidence that we are ready to sit with him at the closest level of power. Owinyere. Ladies and gentlemen, I will request the chairman of the party at the city to ensure that with the time we start organizing more engagements. I temonokin are the musho naim airia munun kedainer. Einer ingarakini members we party adaunu engungete lotie kutojai tote redo leta parasha nwaseo orasi tunga lui bumakina kwa pekal edopeti. Let us work together and provide a platform for engagement and discussion. And I request the members that let this be meaningful engagement and discussions. Merapakina idumuna jarirem amoromoro visanga. Are we together? That way we can be able to build each other. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, as I conclude, I would like to congratulate the organizing committee for this event.